What's good, y'all, man? It is your boy Sniper Kicks, and you see we are sitting down today. You see the vault in the back, and we're gonna talk about a very important topic. And I was meaning to make this video for a while now, but I feel like right now is the best time because some of my subscribers have been asking me to make this video, and I've seen a lot of people that need this video. And this video is about how to not get scammed with sneakers, man. Sneakers are a big industry, and when you have a big industry, there's a lot of people that tries to finesse people and take their money. So I'm going to give you a guide of how to not get scammed, and we're going to talk about some important stuff, and I'm going to tell you a story of mine too, because of course me being in sneakers for a couple years, of course people try to scam me, and I'm going to give you guys some nice tips and tricks of how to not get scammed. Number one thing, people in any, like I said, in any industry, people are going to try to scam you. But there are things that you can do to prevent it. Like, for instance, PayPal. PayPal's your best friend. PayPal's your best friend. We're going to talk a lot about PayPal and how you can tell if somebody's a scammer or not. But first, let me tell you a story real quick. So last year, I think last year or 2 years, I was on Instagram on a page, a pretty popular page. And I saw someone that was selling a gold toe Jordan 1. I sold my size 14 and I needed a size 13 for a personal pair. So I saw this guy on the page. I told him, like, hey bro, I need, the gold toe. He was like, all right, cool, bro. That's fine. I told him, like, hey, bro, let me, he's like, bro, can you just do Zelle Cash? I was like, no, bro, I don't know. You got to do PayPal. He was adamant of doing Zelle or Cash App. And I was like, okay, let's just do PayPal. Do PayPal. I put extra for the fees, whatever. So we did PayPal. So not knowing what he tried to do. So he ships the shoes out to me, gives me the tracking number. Days goes by. The shoe actually comes to my house, and he told me, like, hey bro, is there any way you can confirm the PayPal that you got the shoe? I got to pay my rent. And I was thinking, like, okay, let me do it. So I confirmed it, and not knowing, this dude sent me a water bottle filled with water and a beat up Timberland. So I was like, man, I confirmed the payment, PayPal. So I went to PayPal, and then I screenshot what he sent to me. I showed him he sent the Timberland and the water bottle, and I put basically a case towards it. Even though I confirmed it, I put a case towards it, and days went by, and he said, like, hey, he confirmed the payment, but since I use PayPal so much, they took my side, and I got my money back. The reason why I tell you this story is because people are going to try to finesse. And the best tool to use is PayPal, because PayPal, some people don't like to use them, but it is the safest way. And one thing that you need to know, so if you have a buyer, like on Instagram, first of all, Instagram is notorious for scamming people. It's crazy how many people get scammed on Instagram. A lot of my subscribers have been scammed on Instagram. People have used my name and told people, like, hey, Sniper Kicks bought for me, so I'm all good, and has scammed my subscriber, just telling people, like, hey man, Sniper Kicks has bought for me, this and that. So number one thing you guys need to do is, number one, you need to ask that buyer if he takes PayPal invoice. Because the number one thing, a lot of scammers was like, oh no, I only take Zelle and Cash App. So one way you can tell if somebody's a scammer is you ask them, hey, do you take PayPal invoice? Most of them be like, no man, I don't even take that. And that's a big indicator that they are probably scammers. Yes, there are bigger YouTubers and bigger, resellers. If you're not positive this person's going to give you the shoe, or if you're not positive, when I say positive, like there's no questions asked, they're going to get the shoe, make sure that person at least gives PayPal as an option. Because when you put PayPal as an option, it will, put you at peace, because, okay, this person doesn't care if he takes PayPal or not. So it is, definitely a great tool to use. Number two is that try to get reference checks. So if you buy from somebody, like for instance, like on Facebook or, on a Facebook group or Instagram, try to find references from the people. Like, for instance, one on Instagram, you can see, you know, mutual followers, or you can see if they have a reference page. Sometimes I don't really like reference pages because those can be made up. I'll prefer if you DM someone that actually, you know, follows them or buys from them and asks if they actually, you know, bought from that person. Because, you know, at the end of the day, it's like people can finesse. When people want to finesse, they can definitely finesse things with, you know, IG. But IG is my main focus because that is, you know, where most people will try to finesse you at. And like I said, number one, PayPal. Make sure, and anyway, if they are a big reseller or sell sneakers, they should be having PayPal as an available payment source. Because how are you going to have a sneaker business and you don't even take PayPal? You see what I'm talking about? So make sure that person takes PayPal as a payment. And I'm not saying you have to use PayPal, but at least make sure it's a, you know, an option, because, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, like I said, if you have a business, you should be taking all types of sorts of payments. But man, scamming is crazy in the sneaker game, man. And I'm sure, you know, a lot of people that's been in the game for a while, they've been trying to get scammed. People have tried to scam me multiple times. They've tried to, you know, say like, nah, bro, man, can you please, you know, can I pay you half now and do this? And because, you know, at the end of the day, it's like people try to get free shoes. Guys, you guys don't realize this, man. Like, keeping it 100 with you guys. Like, I have a pretty big sneaker business. There's so many people that try to finesse me on PayPal. That's why I love PayPal. So many people try to finesse me on PayPal. They get the shoe and say like, hey man, I didn't receive the shoe. They file a case with their bank and everything. But I always put that tracking number on there. And plus I have so much, you know, resume with PayPal that they always take my side. So that's one thing you just gotta, you know, figure out, because, you know, at the end of the day, people are gonna try to scam. So make sure, you know, PayPal is your best friend. I know some people don't like to use it, but it's the safest way to end up, you know, first of all, selling shoes and also, you know, receiving shoes as well. But like I said, if it's a bigger reseller that, you know, does, because like for me, for instance, like I usually take Zelle and Cash App, but I always offer PayPal to my customers because I want them to feel safe. But you, of course, you know, when you use PayPal, there's fees, but I just tell them like, hey, pay the 2% fee and we can use PayPal. So, you know, that's the biggest thing, man. If you're buying from anybody on Instagram, Instagram is the one that's notorious. It is notorious for scamming people. If you're using Instagram, make sure they have PayPal available. If they say no, PayPal, we don't use that, I recommend not buy it from them, because they know that, hey, you know, PayPal usually has, you know, the buyer's back if it's, you know, not if it's not legit, or they don't send the shoes or whatever. So that's what I recommend, guys, man. Of course, you know, there's Facebook groups that you can buy stuff at. I recommend doing legit checks if they don't, you know, but I still recommend see if they take PayPal. And guys, let's be real, man. Like, paying for an invoice is not that, you know, crazy. Like, if you buy a shoe for $100, the invoice is 2%, 3%. You know, that's $3. You know, $200, that's $6. So, you know, at the end of the day, is like, it's not that big of a, you know, deal if you're paying that extra $7-8 to make sure everything is safe. Because I've seen it so many times that people try to finesse. But you always got to be smart with sneakers. So guys, I wanted to make this video real quick because I've actually had a couple of my subscribers end up, you know, DMing me and saying like, hey, Sniper, I got finessed on this. They told me to send them the money. They blocked me from IG, didn't ship the shoes. So I just want to have your guys back and, you know, let you guys know like, hey, these are the steps you need to take to make sure that everything is good. Because, you know, at the end of the day, that word right there, PayPal, if they don't accept PayPal, I say go to the next reseller. But of course, if they're a big known and you know for sure you're gonna get the shoe, you can do Cash App, Zelle. And Cash App and Zelle is convenient, but you want to make sure that person is 100% legit, guys, man. I wanted, like I said, make this video real quick for you guys to try to help you guys out and not get scammed, because people are grimy out here. So I really appreciate you guys, man. Sniper Kicks, you know, doing everything I can to help you guys keep on making videos. The video for today, Sniper Kicks out. Peace.